What up, everyone? I
Yo,
have a Am I the a-hole here? I haven't read one in a couple weeks, so I figured I'd read one today. This guy says, Am I the a-hole for telling my date off for treating our date like it's a job interview? Let's see what he has to say. I, 25 male, met this woman, 29-year-old female, on Bumble. We went out together yesterday. It's been a few months since I went on a date. To be honest, I just wanted to get myself back out there. So even if I wasn't 100% sure about the person, I still wanted to try. I decided to with go out with an open mind and see what would happen. Okay, whatever. I mean, dude's 25 and acting like he's hasn't
could
seen
you
a girl
imagine
in
being
eons.
25 and have to go on the internet to meet somebody?
I've used online dating one time, and I'll talk about it maybe at the end of this video.
Yeah. Hmm.
uh, So he goes on, unfortunately, it felt less like a date and more like she was interviewing me for a position. Throughout the whole date, which was over drinks and dinner, she asked specifics about my job, such as what I do, how much I make, etc. She looked disappointed when I told her I was an entry level and I've only been working there for a year, which I don't get why she was shocked. That's pretty much normal for a 24, 25-year-old dude in Canada. He's from Canada since we
A.
mostly graduate at 23. It hasn't even officially been 2 years since I graduated. She also kept asking me how I'd react to certain scenarios, such as what if my kid expressed a certain train of thought, etc. We know what that means. Um, yeah, it's what it is. I mean, I feel like that's a valid question potentially on a date, like just
Not the first date.
understand. Well, not the first date, mind you. That's,
Yeah.
we trying to get to know the person, not our hypothetical kids that we haven't had yet.
Yeah,
And
it's a little much. I came out for drinks, not a 10-year plan.
yeah, God. Uh, and she also asked when I was planning on having kids, which isn't something I'm even thinking about right now, to be honest. My final straw was when she asked how much I exactly make, like WTF. At that moment, I started to laugh in disgust and told her I think it's time to end the date and got up. When she asked and tried to get me to stay, I told her she reminded me of my HR department, and I told her it was the worst date I've been on in 5 years. Unironically, it was. She
Yeah.
was shocked, and I took the opportunity to simply pay my tab and leave without saying anything more. Looking back, I feel a little bad. She looked really sad when I told her that, and I wonder if I went a little too hard.
Well, my thoughts, I mean, if it was me personally, it's been obviously a long, long time since I've dated, but he could have been like, hey, let's step it back a little bit. I mean, asking about kids, asking about future plans, asking about, let's we just met. Let's see some common interest questions is kind of cool. Hobbies, what are you into? Circles,
Yeah.
you go to the
Well,
gym. What do you do? You look like you work out. Keep it light and airy. You don't want to be so heavy on a first date. I guess meeting on the internet's more common now than anything, but I mean, back in our day, you go out to the club, son. You go out.
I mean, yeah, like back in the day, we didn't have it. The internet wasn't like that. Cell phones weren't like that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we weren't like what app to download. It was like what ringtone to record onto our phone from the radio to use. I feel like if you get back on a dating scene, have a good understanding of what potentially could be red flags to you, and have those boundaries, especially for yourself, so you're not in those situations or find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. Like, you're right. He could have been like, hey, like,
Man,
I get where you're coming from, but
yeah.
like this is the first date. Like, can we ease off of that? We can get to that in time if everything goes well here. But it's hard. People find it hard to communicate with other people. This girl didn't find it hard to communicate with him what she
Yeah,
expected,
maybe she ain't
but
wasting her time, maybe she's like, okay, I'm 25, I got myself, maybe she
no,
has
she's
herself,
29,
or
he's
20. Oh,
25.
that's a huge difference. That's a
Yeah, of
huge,
course it's well,
well, I don't mean that's a huge difference in years, but as to where
mindset.
mindset, I'm 29, about to
Yeah,
turn
mindset.
30. I may be in my career for the past 5 years. She might be doing financially well for herself.
Well,
something along them
yeah,
lines, but you think that would be in his profile or something, on the not like, hey,
Bumble.
this, yeah,
I
like I don't know what
Did he say
Bumble.
it was Bumble or
Yeah, he
what?
said
What did he
Bumble.
say? Bumble. Yeah. Uh, I don't know the app. I've never used that app. I've only used one app my entire life, so I don't know necessarily what they're specifying on that, and actually what really matters because
I
I know people that use those apps,
I
and
really, really wish he wrote
it's not LinkedIn.
like, and I told her to Bumble these and bounced.
I mean, if she's going into the date like it's a job interview and just grilling this man, yeah, that
Yeah.
can be extremely
Nobody wants to
off-putting.
be
I
grilled
wouldn't
like
enjoy
that.
that.
Nah.
I mean, depending on what the end goal might be and what you're willing to put up with, but this man seems like he's just getting back out there, getting back on the scene, getting comfortable with things again, and was just like, I don't know what it will be, but I just want to get my toes wet again, which is completely understandable. But to grill him about job and money, and this dude's 25,
Yeah.
that definitely seems like you're being too much. And I've experienced that in different ways, not on dates, but like just going out going out drinking,
Oh yeah.
and girls are like, oh, you got kids, you got this, like, just, and it's like, because you gotta work, like, I guess out here in Nevada and Reno especially, you gotta worry about motherfuckers having drug problems, kids, a criminal
Well, I
history
mean,
more
that's
often than not,
any
like,
time, but I
yeah,
feel
but
like, it's I feel like it's just different now. It's hard for us to relate. I mean, all that's going on, all the social media, all the youngsters are doing different things. I mean, there's tons of stuff that we're out of touch with in that young department. But even back then, though, I still wouldn't want to go on a date, especially a first date. I mean, maybe if they were taking things seriously and down the line, it's month 2, month 1, whatever. They've been on 4 or 5 dates. Hey, like, let fill it out, see what's. But she might be in the mindset where she ain't trying to waste her time. But you feel like that would have been communicated before the actual date or something, maybe. But or hey, maybe it went how she
they
thought it
met
was
on
gonna go.
Bumble, man. Well, I mean, some folks I know out here, they're what is it? What Tinder? That's what
Oh,
it is.
that's different
You
though.
know,
Tinder is a
they on Tinder. Bumble's no different, bro.
oh,
Like
I
from
don't
what
know.
I
Like
hear, dude.
my
So I this was like maybe 11, 12 years ago. I used Plenty of Fish, and I was just like, oh, I don't know, get back out there,
I
because
thought that was like a
I think I
Christian
was
website to date or something though.
oh,
Oh,
hell
is
if
it
I
not?
know.
Oh, I don't know.
Somebody just told me to use that one, and I
You're
used
like
it.
Christian website? Hell if I know.
Hell, but no, I ended up taking this girl out.
Yeah.
I went and picked her up. I didn't do my due diligence. Our date was actually on Valentine's Day, and once I realized that, I was like, that
Did
was
she
just a head
catfish
shaker.
you?
That I was. No, she didn't
Oh,
catfish me,
I bet
bro.
she did
She
though.
wasn't ugly or nothing.
Was
She
she
was
heavy?
no, no, not at all, bro. Don't worry. The photos on the profile weren't just high and tight. You know what I'm saying?
They were just low
Oh,
and
here,
low and
oh,
wide.
here, dude, upward angles and stuff.
Just
So you get that chin up there. No, that's not how it was. She was just super, super effing weird, dude. Like she was all over the place, and that was cool. I was ready for it. Like I never met this chick, and like it's just a profile. But
yeah.
when we went out, she was all over the place and just wanted, like, she's like, I want to go this place, that place, this place, that place, this place, and I was like, okay, cool, let's do this, and that. We ultimately ended up at the Pepper Mill,
Oh yeah.
and I had work the next morning.
Ooh.
I think it was like 8 o'clock, and it was about 10:30 at night. We'd been out for a couple hours, and she was just like, we ate some food, and we're sitting there, and she was like, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and like dipped off to the bathroom for like 10 minutes, and I was like, okay. I was like, you know what I think when somebody dips to the bathroom for 10 minutes, they're over there
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
just,
Getting that booger sugar.
and I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. And we planned on going up to the nightclub. And then she comes back from the bathroom. I was like, it's getting kind of late. I'm still down to go to the nightclub, but I'm probably gonna have to go here in like an hour. And she was like, well, let's go up to the nightclub, and if it's open, you can just leave. And if it's closed, you can take me home. And she lived in northwest Reno, and I lived in South Reno. And that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, like whatever. Like it was just get out.
Yeah.
It was cool. What I'm not super critical about stuff. I wasn't trying to
Yeah,
bag anything. And so then we finish the food. We get the food and whatever. And then she's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom again." She's in there for like another,
I
I
think you
don't know how
told me
long,
this story.
because
Yeah.
I waited about 8 minutes, and she like, I could see the bathroom. It wasn't like she scampered off. Like, I could see the door of the bathroom. She's in there. She's in there for about 8 minutes, and I was like, "You know what? I'm good." I took the food. I set it by her food. I took my food with me, but I took her food, set it by the bathroom door, and I dipped. I just went out to my
Mm,
car. So I'm probably about I lived probably about 10 minutes away from Peppermill.
yeah.
I'm about 5 minutes away from home. So I've been driving for about 5 minutes. I get a phone call. And she's just like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I dipped."
Yeah, I thought you
And
went to the
she's like,
nightclub 15 minutes
she
later.
she's like she was like, "You left?" And I was like, "Yeah, you were in the bathroom for like freaking almost 10 minutes again. Like, cool, whatever,
That's
but
weird.
like I'm not going to sit around and wait for you. I don't owe you that. Like, I don't owe you anything actually. Um I took you out on a date, bought you drinks, bought you food, tried to have conversation, normal stuff. I'm not some weirdo or anything like that, and I can conversate good with people and stuff. It's just like, I don't know. You just know how it goes when
Yeah.
you're not really meshing with somebody. And she's like, "You could at least give me a ride home." And I was like, I I picked you up. I took you out, bought you dinner, bought you drinks, all this stuff.
You
You
can
can buy
catch a cab.
yourself an Uber home. You
Oh,
can you
yeah.
can buy yourself
Especially
a
if they
Uber
got
home.
Uber. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did have Uber at that time,
No,
but
that's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah, and then that was it. I was like, "Have a good night," hung up and dipped, and I was like, "Okay." And I haven't. That was the one and only time I used online dating, because it's like, dude, I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah.
the disconnect on that initial engagement.
Uh-uh.
It's like it's a picture, and then you're because I know folks out here that are. I knew some girls out here that are like kind of just scandalous on
Super
that
sketch.
stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. I
you
got
want
guys at
you
work.
sure you want somebody to wife you down one day? Because I'm just saying, like,
I
and
think
not shame,
one
not
of my
slut
buddies met
shaming,
his wife
not
on
not
Tinder.
not, and that's fine. I know people out there that met on Tinder are married and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and yeah, that's great. It's perspective, and or not perspective, but like, what is it? Intention.
Hmm.
Your intentions, you have to be able to convey them. But like this dude, I don't think this dude was an a-hole for ending the day early, especially if it
Yeah. If it
wasn't
wasn't
going.
meshing and everything, he could have got up. He didn't have to say this is the worst date I've been on or anything to her, but I mean, he could have just said, "Hey, I don't feel like we're meshing real well, and I don't think this is going like either of us planned." I mean, he could have been polite about it. That's the only thing I could think of.
Maybe
I'm,
he was a little too harsh with telling her the
yeah,
worst date I've been
yeah.
on in 5
It was
years. Like,
horrible,
damn, bro.
and your breast stank.
Eh,
I'm out.
Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
funny. If you all been on some crazy dates, especially you met someone online, man, we'd love to hear your comments. Just leave something in there for us, and we'll get back to you for sure. Oh man,
Oh
that'd be
yeah.
some funny
Oh yeah.
stuff.
I mean, bad dates are abundant,
Oh,
abundant.
I can give you
But
plenty. All right,
uh,
man. Definitely.
all right. Till next time, you guys.
Later.
Have a good one.